Shane Black. And obviously this is a huge franchise, juggernaut of a movie. Did you have any sort of trepidation getting on board that juggernaut? And just as a follow-up, you're sitting here with Robert, so I have to ask you, is there any chance of a return to the characters you brought us in Kiss Kiss Bang Bang and Shane?
Taking the second first, yeah, it would be nice, wouldn't it? But no, because it just didn't make the coffers overflow. No one was paying to see Kiss Kiss Bang Bang when they needed to. It was a hit here, but yeah, but this is what's Britain's box office comparatively to the US? It's like a half.
Let's not do the math.
All right. The point is this. What was the other part of the question? That's what I want to know. Oh yeah, the bigness of it. Yeah, you know, it doesn't matter because if you make an action film, I think we all know what that's supposed to be, but it's just quantifying it. So it's the extent to which we can access what we already know. Action doesn't change if you're doing a car chase or if you're doing science fiction. And more important than that is the ability to generate a story that works. Because I think, and this is very important for me, movies look great nowadays for the most part. Movies sound great. You don't hear someone say, I just went to see the new big budget movie. God, it sounded shitty. Because technically things are perfect. The stories are not always engaging. They're not always perfect. And so as long as I have a chance to come on board and sort of dictate or try to give flesh to a story that makes sense and works, and I have people on board to collaborate with like Robert Downey, I know we're going to make a shape. We're going to make a stew that could be fun. I don't care how much it costs or what scale it's at. The story is what's important. The spectacle is simply a part of telling that story, and it's not the other way around. The tail doesn't wag the dog. So the bigness of the picture to me is the least interesting thing about it. And the innovation and the talent behind it and the funniness of it and all that stuff is what I'm most proud of. And I think all these people here have done a marvelous job. Thank you.
Gentleman in the pink shirt in the second row.
Excellent. Fantastic film, guys. You did a stand-up job, so well done. In terms of Shane and Robert, you've obviously worked together because it's Bang Bang. Robert, from interviews I've seen before, you'd like to collaborate with the script and improvise and do stuff with the directors. Did you find you're returning to Tony Stark again, did you find working with Shane reinvigorated, gave you new toys to play with, a whole new take on the character, making you fresh again? And lastly, would you direct a Marvel movie? Because you have...
You mean just eliminate the middleman? No, excellent question. Well, first of all, I had a really good time making this movie, and I don't often set out to imagine I'm going to just like have a fun time shooting, because you know these things, they're genre movies, but we take them pretty serious, you know, and then things get all stressy, and the one thing you shouldn't have said, Shane, is you don't care how much it costs, because you're going to get offered a bunch of movies and you have to be mindful of budget. I'm going to strike that from your court minutes. In case you haven't noticed, Shane and I aren't talking right now. Success has driven us apart. But I'd like to hear from some of our other cast members, being between Shane and I, arguably several of the most self-obsessed and eccentric human beings on earth.
Rebecca, would you tell Mr. Downey that I agree with that?
He had.
I hate it when mum and dad fight.
Yeah, I want to follow up that question about whether you direct.
Oh, yeah, I don't. You want me to?
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds so exhausting.
Revenge is free.
Okay. Question from a gentleman there.
Hello. Question for Gwyneth. Hi, I'm a massive fan of your work. I think you're fantastic as Pepper. I just wanted to ask, are Chris and Apple and Moses fans of the Iron Man series? What do they think of your performance, and are they excited for Iron Man 3?
We said no personal questions.
Oh,
Do you
well,
mind?
But if you want to,
that's okay. Thank you. And yes, we all saw it last night together with all of my kids' friends, and everybody loved it. And including myself, I was really surprised.
Shocked. You're such a snob.
No, I was surprised because normally, like when we were on set, I find it difficult to follow the plot of these on paper, and you know, who's getting shot up with what and who's bad and who's good. It all gets very confusing, but the movie plays so well, and it was so much fun to watch, and I was really amazed by, you know, the job that Shane did, and I thought it was really good, and so did my family. So.